Entertaining facts that will probably entertain you even if you're not easily entertained. Part 10. Hara-hashi-bu is the Japanese belief of only eating until you're 80% full. There is evidence that following this practice leads to a lower body mass index and increased longevity. The world's oldest man followed this diet. Look, I've got two modes, okay? The first mode is I'm going to eat everything in sight and I'm not going to stop until I make myself sick. And the other one is if I even look at a piece of food, I'm going to scream that I'm never going to stop. I don't know how to implement this. Avatar 2 was so expensive to make that a month before its release, James Cameron said it had to be the 4th or 5th highest grossing film in history just to break even. It is currently the 3rd, having raked in $2.3 billion, as opposed to the $2 billion budget. So you broke even, and you made a little bit of money, more money than I'll ever see in my lifetime, but I never actually saw Avatar 2. Can anyone tell me if it's actually a good movie? In the original Grease musical, Sandy was not supposed to be Australian. When she was cast, Olivia Newton-John agreed to a pay cut in exchange for them rewriting the script to make Sandy Australian so she wouldn't have to do an American accent. I don't think it would have been the same movie if she wasn't Australian. But girl, if you can't do an American accent, just say that. There is a series of 24-hour endurance races called 24 Hours of Lemons. It takes place in the United States, of course, and people are restricted to a budget of $500 per car. Lemons. Of course, my dumbass, I would go expecting a lemonade festival, and I'm like, why are all these cars here? The first car touchscreen was created all the way back in 1986. The technology was dropped because customers were complaining about having to take their eyes off the road. The technology would not be seen again for a very long time. And now when you drive down the street, you're going to look over and you're going to see someone behind the wheel and they're going to have their phone in one hand. They're going to have a taquito in the other hand, putting hot sauce on it with their toes, driving with their pelvis bone or something. It's a crazy world out there. And not wearing their seatbelt. Wear your seatbelt. A bear, a lion, and a tiger, saved from a drug dealer's house in 2001, are now best friends living in Noah's Ark Animal Sanctuary. Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, is that not adorable? The halo effect is a cognitive bias in which we tend to assume that individuals who possess one positive trait also possess other positive traits, even if there's no evidence to support this assumption. So when you go on a first date with someone and they're nice to the waitress, you automatically assume that they're nice to everyone, and then you get outside and that person attacks a hobo and you're like, wow, how incorrect I was. It must be the halo effect. The Zeigarnik effect states that unfinished or interrupted tasks tend to stay in our memory more vividly than completed tasks, causing a mental itch to complete them. And that's why we get songs stuck in our heads. So if you ever have a song that's stuck in your head and you just absolutely cannot get it out, try listening to the entire song to completion. And I guarantee you that it will get that song out of your head. And if it doesn't, you can always listen to Thanks for watching.